Why was Melissa Rauch's appearance as a Marvel superhero quite so short, and why did she jump over to the DC universe soon after? Keep watching. During its 12-season run, The Big Bang Theory was beloved by audiences all over the world. The series became something of an award magnet as the years went on, netting several primetime Emmys, among other notable prizes. It famously thrust nerd culture into the mainstream, which no other sitcom had ever done with such unapologetic aplomb. Of course, there was also the comedy's stable of characters and the actors who played them that drove the series for the duration of its run. By the time The Big Bang Theory left the small screen in 2019, its main cast had grown to include 8 names. Jim Parsons played Sheldon Cooper, Kaylee Cuoco starred as Penny Teller, Johnny Galecki was Leonard Hofstadter, Mayim Bialik played Amy Farrah Fowler, Simon Helberg starred as Howard Wolowitz, Kunal Nair was Raj Koothrappali, and Melissa Rauch played Bernadette Rostenkowski. Not only was The Big Bang Theory steady work for its stars, they were compensated handsomely for their efforts too. Nevertheless, a well-paying job didn't stop some of its stars from exploring other creative avenues. In the case of Melissa Rauch, she even visited the Marvel Universe for a spell during her Big Bang Theory tenure. But you might not realize who she played. 2 years after the character's arrival in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, in which he was portrayed by Paul Rudd, Ant-Man became the lead of his own animated series. Simply titled Ant-Man, the series of shorts saw the titular shrinking hero stand toe-to-toe against a variety of villains pulled from his comic book counterpart's rogues gallery, including Yellow Jacket. Josh Keaton of Voltron legendary Defender and Hercules fame took on the show's lead voice role, but his two-dimensional take on Scott Lang couldn't save the world from evil on its own. Alongside D. Bradley Baker's Hank Pym, Bernadette Rostenkowski actor Melissa Rauch joined the fray as Hope Pym, also known as the Wasp. Fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe are already familiar with her character, who is portrayed by Evangeline Lilly in the original 2015 movie and the 2018 film Ant-Man and the Wasp. In those movies, her character is named Hope Van Dyne, bearing the surname of her mother, Janet Van Dyne, who wore the Wasp suit in a previous life. Lily's take on the character is a distinct entity from her comic book progenitor in several key ways. Rauch's Wasp, meanwhile, retains the name Hope Pym from the comic book source material, thus maintaining some characteristics that fell by the wayside when the character was adapted for the MCU. Sadly for fans of the actor and the Wasp character alike, Rauch only appeared in 2 of the Ant-Man cartoon's 6 episodes. In the first, Alien Invasion, the episode opens with Ant-Man bragging to the Wasp about a prior mission when an alarm goes off in his lab, signaling that an armada of tiny aliens is approaching. Ant-Man and the Wasp then team up and promptly stop them. In her second appearance on the show, in an episode titled Not a Date, Hank and Hope are enjoying a day out with one another, out of costume, when the villainous Whirlwind attacks.
That's no ordinary tornado. It's Whirlwind, one of my dad's enemies.
Fortunately, the two heroes are prepared for such an occasion and quickly suit up, allowing them to fight their adversary. Ant-Man and the Wasp alternately use their growth and shrinking abilities to take him down, all the while arguing about whether or not their outing constitutes a date. In the end, Rauch's time as the Wasp amounted to a rather short run as the Marvel Comics mainstay. Thankfully, she ended up with a much more significant spotlight under the DC Comics banner when she got to voice fan favorite Harley Quinn in the 2017 Batman and Harley Quinn animated feature. All in all, Melissa Rauch's Marvel legacy doesn't come anywhere close to that of present-day MCU staple Evangeline Lilly, but at least she got to voice the character for a little while. Perhaps someday she'll return to the world of Marvel in a more substantial part. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about your favorite movies are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.